All right, Cole, man.
Who's next? Okay, we're gonna do the same thing, we're just gonna have a conversation, and
Okay.
I'm gonna focus a little bit more on, not so much on the lodge with you
Mhm.
and the hunts and things, but more about you specifically.
Okay.
If that's okay. And
Yeah, that's
if I
perfectly
cross
fine.
a line or ask
That's-
an inappropriate question, you can just throw that decoy at me or something, so,
That's fine.
okay? Okay, so, tell me your name,
Cole Croteau,
and spell that for me, please.
ColeCroteau.
Okay, and where are you from, Cole?
I'm from Noonan,
Do
Georgia.
I need to hit him?
You need to hit him.
Oh, this one back here, alright.
Noonan, Georgia.
From Noonan, Georgia. Okay, good. And you're kind of the inspiration for Cole's commander.
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Okay. And tell me about it. This kind of came about 4 years ago, when you came over and did a hunt. Tell me about that hunt.
It wasn't the best hunt that you'd get out of here, but it was one of those that you're just there for the experience. And that kind of got me hooked on it. I mean, I've been a couple years before with my dad going different places, but other than that, this was my first real experienced hunt. So it was just the atmosphere of all the loving people and kind of drawn me into it.
And from that particular hunt, the Cole's Commanders has kind of evolved from that point.
Yes, sir.
That's great. How old are you?
I'm 16.
16. And how long have you been hunting?
I'm not too sure. About 6 years.
About 6 years.
I went with my dad around when I was 10.
Okay. You're an avid waterfowler?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you've had cystic fibrosis pretty much your entire life?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How old were you when you really realized that you had this disease?
Well, from age 1 to 3, I had pneumonia. I would nonstop get pneumonia, and we didn't really know what was wrong. We'd take me to the doctor. Nothing would really be found. And so when I was 3 years old, my dad always used to kiss my forehead, and I'd taste like salt, and that's one of the symptoms of cystic fibrosis. So my doctor decided to do a sweat test, and I came back positive. So we kind of found out from then, and that just kind of changed every aspect of how we looked at it.
So you found out at a young age that you have cystic fibrosis. How have you dealt with that throughout your life?
It's been not the best run. Between going into the hospital, not really having a childhood because just always staying in the hospital or always being sick, can't go out. So it was just kind of laid back, staying in, doing treatments every day, not wanting to go around people just so I don't get any more sick. So it was just kind of all just you have a life planned.
And what do your treatments consist of on a daily basis?
In the morning, I do a vest that shakes me and cleans up all the mucus, loosens it so I could cough it out. I do a nebulizer, which is salt water, and that makes me cough to produce more mucus. And then I do an antibiotic, and that kills all the bad bacteria and kind of just breaks it up and then just gets it out. During the day, if I have time, I'll do another set of the vest, the thing that shakes me. And then at night, I do the vest for 30 minutes. I do a thing called Pulmozyme through a nebulizer, which loosens up the mucus. And then I do salt water again, and I do an antibiotic. And so it's just a pretty much daily routine through that.
And you do that every day?
Yes, sir.
How has hunting helped you cope with this illness that you have?
Mainly looking at it like I have something to look forward to, like strive for doing these treatments, something is worth it throughout the day. Something, I do treatments before I go hunt, I get to do this, I come home, I get to do treatments, and then I go out the next day. So it just makes me look forward to something, and I know I could be out there healthy, not messing with the ducks from coughing so much. So
Does being out in nature make your symptoms worse?
it clears it up a lot better because I can just breathe. I don't fully focus, like I don't have the mentality of focusing on what am I going to cough, like how bad am I going to cough next. I just focus on everything else. So it just kind of distracts me away from everything
So hunting actually helps.
a lot better.
That's great.
Yes, sir.
That's great. And
Take 50 to 60 pills a day.
Oh, yeah. I take roughly around somewhere between 50 to 60 pills a day.
wow.
Depends on how much I eat.
I was gonna say, do you even have to eat after taking that many pills?
Not too much.
Seems like your stomach could be full after that.
It pretty much is.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, sir.
So, if you could speak to, and maybe you do this, since we just met, I don't know, if you could speak to other kids that have cystic fibrosis, what would you say to them?
Pretty much keep fighting because there's always going to be a cure at the end. No matter what happens throughout your life, you always got to fight. And pretty much just look at everything in a positive way because everything might be negative through what you're going through, but there's always a positive side to what you're doing. So.
That's great. And what is your long-term prognosis?
I'm not sure what that means.
What is your long-term outlook for the disease?
I think it'll be cured soon.
Okay.
It has a few good years until, I mean, they're close to a cure. They've cured the genetic disorder that's below me of CF, but ours is being tested right now for the same pill, but it's not as strict of research for it yet. So they're working on it, so it'll give about 10 years.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's great. Think of anything else?
They're having they've found a way to help improve CF. There's different strains.
Mm-hmm.
His strain is a more of a strong strain
Okay.
that they haven't yet found how to help it make it better.
Right.
But there is something in the pipeline now that we're hoping that'll just stop the disease. So the thing is we need to keep him healthy.
I think the one thing too with this whole Coles Commanders thing, you know, we've got we've got 4 guys that started this, me and Jimmy and Eric and Trey, but I've always said this is Coles. You know, this isn't mine, this isn't Jimmy's or Eric's or this is Coles.
Right.
You know,
It's got his namesake.
yes, yeah. This will always be Coles, and so, and I know Cole knows that. I've told him that I don't know how many times. This is all yours, you know. So everything we do is all about Cole, and
That's pretty cool.
Yes,
So
sir.
these guys care and love you enough that they do all this for you.
Yes, sir.
The biggest thing is for these kids too, is they need to know that they have to fight.
Yeah.
This disease takes its toll because that's all they know. When other kids are going out and playing, they have to wake up and do treatment.
Right.
And these kids have to know that the mental part of this disease is as real as anything else, and they have to keep fighting because a lot of them don't want to fight anymore. A lot of
They
them
become diabetic, it attacks their
Yeah.
kidneys, their liver,
we
their
could go through
pancreas,
all
their-
that, but you know,
Yeah.
it's just, but a lot of kids are tired. It's
They
just
do
those
get
Oh,
kids,
sure.
they're tired, so.
Well,
Keep fighting.
it seems like the hunting is actually giving Cole a little
Oh,
bit. It's a
absolutely.
motivation
Absolutely. Other
to
kids
you
need
know,
to find something that's gonna.
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah, if it's hunting or if it's
Yeah.
Xbox
And that-
or
absolutely.
football,
Yeah.
whatever it is, the kids have to have that motivation
Keep
to
fighting.
Yep.
Mhm.
keep fighting. So
But he never complains.
Nope.
I can see
we
that.
went out on
He doesn't.
Shoot, yesterday you got tore up by fire ants. Just laid there.
Yeah, that hurt.
Took it.
That hurt bad. That was
Hey,
dedication.
he flying over.
There were geese.
He
I had
took
to.
a pee. Just lay still.
That was terrible.
He said, lay down.
lay down and take it. The geese are coming.
You guys, okay, wait a minute. You guys made him lay down in fire ants.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
guys could get shots of geese.
Hey, if he can
I
handle
love
CF,
you guys.
if he can handle CF, he can handle ants. He goes, you're welcome, and brush them off.
Is this a Kohl's hat?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me see this. See if I can maybe get this on film too. That's what we'll like.
Be quiet.
We're gonna be downtown Stuttgart this weekend. We'll have all our hats and t-shirts and hoodies and
all that
beanies
stuff.
and all that stuff down
Are
there.
you gonna have a booth in there or something?
Well, our trailer will be outside.
You'll have a
We'll be
trailer.
across the street from the stage
Oh, good.
in the police department parking lot.
We'll stop by. Yeah, we'll stop by.
Our trailer says huntducks.com.